I'm answering such a powerful question today. What do we do when we want to find our purpose? What do we do when just shit is hitting the fan and we want to have purpose? We want to have meaning. Like, what the hell is all this for? I have been in that place of just not wanting to be here anymore, of that deep depression where it's like, there's just no hope, there's no point. And it seems really real, right? It's like even things like, oh yeah, well, kids or like things in your life that are good. It's like, I don't care. I don't care at all because it doesn't matter. Because it's just all the same things repeating. I even just had like this gasp of air. It's like that. It's like you don't, nothing is this oxygen. Everything is just numb. How do you come out of that? How do you come to find your purpose? How do you come to find your calling? Let's dive right in. All right, so let's begin with a deep inhale in, coming into the body, because to receive anything, to come out of this place of, I don't know, and what should I do? And things aren't working out, and things didn't work out, and what if this happens? And we want to come into the body. We want to come out of fight or flight. We want to relax our nervous system. And for this, it is crucial to keep coming into the body. And not just right now, ideally every day. You want to have a practice to do this every single day. Inhaling in, belly, chest, nose. Exhaling out. Again, inhaling in, belly, chest, nose. Exhaling out. Again, inhaling in, belly, chest, nose. Exhaling out. Okay, just wiggling your fingers. Like, oh, these are my hands. Becoming aware of your arms. Oh, these are my arms. Maybe even doing like that, coming into the body. Beautiful. Okay. So let me read the question. So this person had some very difficult things happen in their life. The question was, first of all, something I want to address. They said that, this and this happened, and they asked, can you help me? What should I do? And I said, what do you mean what you should do? It's like asking someone, where should I go? It really depends where you want to get to. And it's important to identify where you want to get to. Because I was in this place too. It's like, just not this. I don't know, just not this. But unless you know where you're going, where it's like a ship, right? It's like if you don't know where you're actually going, even any piece of land that you'll hit is be like, not it, not it, not it, not it. Let's say in relationships, if you don't get clear on who you want, what kind of person you want to have as your partner, and you just keep dating, not it, not it, not it, I don't know what I want. In conflict situations, I remember at some point having a difficult discussion with my mother. We don't have a really good relationship, and it was a very conflict at the time. And I said, hey, what do you want? Like, do you know what response would you like me to give you that you will be happy with? And that startled her. She's like, what? I'm like, what do you want? Because I feel like whatever response I'm giving you, nothing's good enough. What response do you need right now to be content? And she couldn't come up with one. She's like, I don't know. I'm like, well, whatever I'm saying isn't good enough. So just, can you identify what you need? Most of us can't. So getting really clear, where do you want to go? The second part of this is getting really clear on who you want to be. Who is the person who got to where you want to go? How do they think? How do they dress? Maybe what do they eat? And that's an important one because, we consume so many sugars. A lot of people in our society, we consume sugars. We consume things that are horrible for us, that are shutting down our intuition, that are shutting down our ability to receive guidance, to just like allow life to move through us. Just like, oh, I feel like doing this. And it's like, I'm such a clear channel for it, but I can't because the foods that I consume are blocking all of that, right? The sugars, the salts, like all of it. My body can't be this receiver of this because it's just numb. Overstimulated, the society that we are living in, overstimulated, right? Overstimulated society, or we're always supposed to be with some people, to be social, to fit in. So it's like all of these things that are contributing to our disconnection from ourselves. I'm not saying it's not important in the sense, tribe and so on, absolutely. But it's just as important to have time on your own and disconnect and find what do you want, what is right for you. Really, really important. So when we're in this place of, I just don't know, just not this, again, absolutely get it. Where do you want to be? Where do you want to go? Who do you want to be? Okay, who is that person? All right, next. What they basically asked is, I'm stuck, and someday I feel depressed. I feel very low. I don't know what to do, and that I want to find my life's purpose, but I don't know how to find it. Okay. We feel, first of all, this heaviness of, you get one life purpose and you better not mess it up. And that's not true. So many clients of mine have asked me, I have these questionnaire when we work one-on-one every single month because I want to make sure it's numerical. I want to make sure we're making progress. They write the numbers, their score on different aspects of their life, and one of them is purpose, and then living up to your purpose. And at the beginning, it's like from 0 to 3 usually. And then, within the next month, it's not that at all. And the reason for this is because before we start our work together, I get them to identify their North Star. I get them to identify what is that quality. I get them to identify their values. Really, really important for you to do this. If you're watching this, you don't know your values, or at least your hierarchy. Not at least, your values and the hierarchy. Do that now, okay? You can look it up online, examples of values, write them out for yourself, and keep it somewhere visible and keep looking at it maybe every first of the month. Really important a reminder, are you living up to these values? So they've got their values, they've got their North Star, which is a quality that you're committed to, let's say for 6 months. Some people is a quarter, but it's really too short of a time. I recommend minimum 6 months. And you got that target, and everything in your life, whenever you're at a crossroads, it's, what is my North Star? That's the direction that I'm going. So I know my purpose. That is really the purpose. Embodiment, it usually comes from a quality, and this is a deeper process that I guide them through, actually even before we work together. And you have this clarity of what wants to come through me. Okay, this is it. And like I said, there's a way to figure it out. And then you're like, this is my purpose. I am here right now to embody this to the best of my abilities every single day for the next 6 months or for next year. That's your purpose. But again, with that, you gotta get clear. It's a soul connection thing. It doesn't come from the mind. This is what we came into the body. These things aren't figure-outable. I remember hearing someone say, hey, it was like a famous speaker, and they're like, don't you think that if you could have figured out with the mind, you would have done it by now? I was really in this lone wolf, no, the mind's amazing. And I remember hearing Eckhart Tolle talk about how the thinking mind is like your greatest enemy. And I'm like, what are you talking? This is not enlightenment, this is just stupidity. The thinking mind got me out of severe depression. Cognitive behavioral therapy, it's all analyzing your thoughts, and my mind got me out of that. The mind cannot be an enemy, and I didn't get that up until later. How the mind is standing in the way of that source, just guiding you and standing in the way of life. It's amazing. It's an amazing partner, but not the one leading. Okay, the dynamic between you and your thinking mind and source, and your heart and soul. So getting really clear, where do you want to get to? Getting really clear, who do you have to be? Who is the person who already got there? Because having that, who do I have to be, that feels heavy. You just have to have that, okay, this is where I'm going. How do I get, what is the gap? What are the little steps, one step at a time? I feel like this is a whole other video. Some of the pitfalls that are really important to address is when we go into, right, I have to go from 0 to 100. I have to become this version of me tomorrow. Some days, especially when we're going into depression, especially when, when you get thoughts like, what's the point? I'm never going to make it. It's hopeless. Hope, lack of hope is really what gets people even deeper into depression and just kind of what's the point of living? One needle moving step forward. And especially with depression, I get this, you got out of bed. Oh my God, you got out of bed today. That's a big deal. You made yourself some food. That's a big deal. And like I said, having that North Star quality, what is it that you are embodying? That is how you begin to move towards your purpose. It's not just one thing. And it keeps changing. This is so important. It's not my life's purpose. Your life's purpose for right now. It's similarly as, so many great relationship specialists and also coaches, they say, treat this person like the one. They may not be the one, but maybe they're practiced for the one. But unless you start surrender and really see them as the one, you're never gonna find out. It's exactly the same with the purpose. Treat it as the one. This is one of the 4 agreements, which is such a powerful book by Don Miguel Ruiz, really to live by that. The 4 agreements, one of which is always doing your best. Are you giving 100% to everything you do? And it really shows in little things. I was cleaning the other day, and this morning actually, and then my daughter's hair elastic fell on the ground, and I was like, oh, I'll pick it up later. I'm like, no. I don't want to walk away. I don't want to be the person. It feels like a little thing, but it's I don't want to be the person who just saw that fall and just left it. That's not the best that I can do right now. And it seems like a stupid example. That doesn't change much. But it does. It's like when you say a little lie, before you know it, you're a full-time liar. This is the same thing. You let the little things slip up, doing your best always. It's same with integrity. When we live in our integrity, when we are just flawless, the goal is, nobody's perfect, but the goal is, and you don't beat yourself up, the goal is to be flawless and perfectly in your integrity. I said that, I'm going to do that. My words, thoughts, and actions are in complete alignment. That is when you obtain peace. When your words, thoughts, and actions are in alignment. Okay? You're living to your purpose. When you thought this, you came into, like I said, the North Star. It's through a deeper practice. You get so clear on it. It's from your soul. And then you just keep acting on it. Am I in integrity with my purpose, with my North Star quality? And you will see your purpose reveal itself. So letting me know below, what are you hearing me say? If you're struggling, by the way, with things like depression, the practice that really helped me out to get out of it is free gift below in the description. Such a powerful practice where you take off all the masks and see, oh, there's something more. There's a depth that is there, even if all the masks are not, okay? And a lot of the depression comes because we're wearing so many of these masks that are not authentic to us. So, what are you hearing me say? Check out the free gift if it resonates. How do you know your purpose, or have you had moments in your life where you're just boom, knew it? And hey, somebody asked this question, and I will link this video to them. If you got any tips of what helped you, how did you, if you were ever in a point in your life where you're what's the point? How did you find the point? How did you move through that? And you may have a different view than I had, so go ahead and reply in the comment section to this person, okay? Thank you for being here. If you want to dive deeper, there's a link below in the description, and I'm wishing you such a powerful day.